Okay, it is Friday, February 18th at 2:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin and Million Token. So Million Token, of course, is following the regular market trend of crypto right now. Crypto's going down. Bitcoin dipped below $40,000 a moment ago. Right now it's about $40,200. We're in this downward channel for Million Token. I saw it went down like 6% yesterday. But, Bitcoin went down also 6%. So it didn't matter where you had your money. But, yeah, so the whales are still selling. And I was looking over here at the holders of the Ethereum. So the top wallet is going to be the million pool. It's got more now, 296,000. I think it was at 292 last I checked. So if you go ahead and look into the pool there, you've got people depositing and staking 3,400 right here, a couple smaller stakes, 42, 70, 60. And before that, you had some of the whales selling. You got 2,000 here, another 2,000 here. I'm assuming when they exit out, they're going to probably sell. So the million token that's coming into the staking now, probably I'm going to assume is coming from the Polygon network, because now that some of the rewards there for providing liquidity are gone. They might be making more money here just staking, and you don't have to worry about impermanent loss. So that's what I think is going on, because I noticed the liquidity for Polygon is also go down, which I'll show also later on. So that's what's going on there. So more whales might sell. There's always going to be scared hands in the market, and I just don't know where the market's going to turn around. And we could talk about that also. So really, that's all I have as far as million token. It's going to go down until the market turns around. So let's take a look at what Bitcoin's doing right now. So Bitcoin yesterday, when I did the last broadcast yesterday, we had wicked down to this lower part of the exponential ribbon on the 4-hour chart. And then soon after that, we violently broke through it. The next 4 candles were like really, really big. And we're still going down. Now, these are all, the red candles are all the Heikin-Ashi. If you have on the regular candles, it'll look something like this. But, I like looking at on the Heikin-Ashi. It kind of just gives you, a step back look of what's going on. And the market's, going down. And see on the daily chart, we're breaking below the exponential ribbon on the daily, which is not good, obviously. And on the weekly exponential ribbon, you can see how the ribbon actually is acting as resistance now. We can't break through it. So where are we going to go? We could retest these lower levels down here. I like 32, if you come rolling down. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. I thought I saw some more air there. I'm just trying to resize this so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so, we had this big pump here in early February, when it went quite up high. And now we're in the middle of this pump. We're already broke through this support here, so we'll probably come down to these lower levels, like 39,000, maybe even no less. I just see this whole area here as air. I don't see any support, like right in here. I would think we would come down to the bottom somewhere around, 39,000. No, that's 38,600. That's just my opinion. I don't know what's going to happen. I got a little money. I got, paid today. Not a lot. It's like $1,000 or $1,500 sitting in my exchange right now. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying on Ethereum or the Polygon network yet, because you got to look at liquidity, the amounts, and the fees, which I'll go over too. So there's some stuff that you guys can learn today. I think I'm going to wait until Bitcoin comes down to these lower levels before I even think about buying a million token, because, I don't have a lot of money as far as, my regular dollar cost averaging. And, I just want to, make my money stretch longer. If I don't get to buy and the market continues to go up, I'm okay. It's just a little bit of money. And so recently the Bitcoin CME got filled. We had a gap here that was available since February 7th. And it looks like yesterday it got filled, but we're going down lower. Gaps usually get filled. we had a gap here back on January 24th, and the gap was created back in July. It got filled months later. And we have this giant gap here, this big hole right here that was formed at the end of December. And we could fill this gap. It hasn't been filled yet. And that goes all the way down to, is that right? $24,500. It could happen. I hope it doesn't, but yeah, I would take a big hit in my portfolio if it does. But I'm still not selling. So, but I've seen times in the past where it could take many, many months for a gap to get filled. I usually delete these gaps after they get filled, but like when we had this giant parabolic move from like, was that $4,000 all the way up to like 1,400, and we had a gap. Where's the gap? Like right here at 8,400. Nobody thought we would fill that gap at 8,400 when the price was like almost $14,000. So it was June of 2019, and that gap got filled in September of 2019. So, yeah, don't think we can not fill this gap here at 24,000. It's a big fucking gap. Excuse my language. The little gaps down here, I'm not too worried about. But man, you got a big gaping gap like that, I worry about it. And there's another one down here at 18,600, which I'm not too concerned about. That could happen though, because if you pull this on the monthly chart, you'll really see where the support levels are for Bitcoin. Let's see if I could pull this up. Right there, that was your blow off top in 2019, and that's at 12,500 or 12,515, which would fill basically those two gaps up above. So we can come back down here and retest these low levels. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, the momentum on the ADX, I talked about this yesterday. It's going down. So, I'm not really looking at these little trades as far as, when to get in and get out. I just want to, dollar cost average and, just be mentally prepared. If we go back down to these green band prices, which would be, if we come to the top, which would be, just below $30,000, but we never really bounce off the top. We always get sucked into this thing. You got support at the moving average here, the white line. That would be very strong support at like 19,200. And let's see, put that in the weekly. Yeah, we're below this weekly trend line too. So yeah, it's not looking good macro level for Bitcoin, but that's part of the game. You just gotta be patient. The patient people are going to be making more money than the smart people. Let's see what's going on in the community, or let's see what the prices are in other ecosystems. So looks like the general price is around $8, and I think it's going down. Just because the market's going down. So we had a vote to remove the foundation from the website, and it was 100% vote. Nobody voted not to keep it, which is good. And it was removed recently. I was just checking it today, so I don't see the Million Foundation there. And they also removed the stuff that the rewards for the Polygon, the Dragon Syrup, and the other one. So I'm glad the website got updated. Thank you for taking care of that. And yeah, Metaphor is still growing. I saw NFT's daily video today. It's still growing with users, and but I think the new addresses for Million Token have been going down this last week. So, but that's just the market going down. But over here on Discord, I've noticed the holders are now at 19,887. So it's creeping up overall. And just one comment here why I got this up. if you're if you don't like the project of Million Token, uh, there's no reason to be fighting in Telegram, Metaphora, or Discord. Just leave, or sell your tokens, and somebody that likes the project will buy them up a cheap. Take the tax loss and move on to other projects or something. You're hurting the community. I mean, if you bought Million Token at one time, that means you had liked it. So just bow out gracefully. I mean, if these things like we had posted here in Discord, I guess there was a new project, and you know, some whale in the past, just pissed off the wrong people, and they bailed out. They were going to buy like 1,000 tokens and stake it, from what I read down here or lower. This particular person I already blocked. I'm at the point now where it won't take much to set me off. People that text me FUD and stuff. I'll politely say I'm not interested, and then if they come back months later or weeks later, showing me the same shit, I just block them. So this particular person was trying to sell me, I think it was Floki or something, months ago at the end of November, and it went down like 80 something percent when he was trying to show it to me again recently. And Million Token didn't go; it went down like 57%. So I would have been better off a Million Token. But why is he trying to show me and spreading FUD rumors like that I was trading or something? I've never sold Million Token ever. I've only been buying and dollar cost averaging, and I've doubled my stack since July. So, admins, if you're an admin on Telegram or Discord, and give them a polite warning, remove their messages, and then if they keep fudding, ban them. I don't, we don't want to see these people, fighting the project anymore. I'm somewhat tolerant, but when it comes to actually causing harm to the community, if you're discouraging other investors, give them the boot. Okay, so that's what I have to say there. So we'll go to transfers. Guys, I want to just give you an education on something here. You can see on the Million Token, who the buyers and sells are. It's like somebody bought 15 tokens here 5 hours ago. Let's take a look at that transaction real quick. So they spent some Ethereum, right? Swap 0.0388 Ethereum for 15 million token, which was about $118.65. But if you look at the transaction fee, they paid $27.13 in ETH for the fees. So $27.13 divided by, let's say, $118.65. Well, let me do that in the calculator. That's 22.865%. You just lost almost 23% of your investment in these fees here, and you haven't even sold it yet. If you're buying a small amount of Million Token, like $118, you would have been better off getting some USDC or Matic on crypto.com and sending that to your Polygon address and buying your Million Token, your 15 million token on the Polygon network for pennies. It wouldn't cost you even $1. It'd probably cost you like 5 cents or less to buy. And this $27.13 fee that you paid, right? Divide that by $8, but that's about the going price for Million Token. You could have gotten an extra 3.4 million token. Not to mention you haven't even sold it yet. So if you're buying small orders, a Million Token, you shouldn't be doing it on Uniswap. Even if the liquidity is lower now on Polygon, you're still taking a huge hit in fees. Unless you just want to write off these fees, you could add these fees into the cost of your, the whole object is to acquire as much Million Token and hodl it, just like the Bitcoiners have been doing. So let's see what else I could teach you guys. So I was saying, I had about $1,500 I could buy a Million Token with, which on the Polygon network, when I last checked, it was like 182, 183 now. On Uniswap, it would give me 189, which in the past, the liquidity was better on Polygon for these low orders. So it's reverse. So that's kind of proof right there. I think people are pulling out of their liquidity from Polygon network and putting it into Uniswap to stake in the Million pool. Now, another thing I noticed was like, could I buy million token with Ethereum on Uniswap to save on fees? And yes, you can. So when I last checked, $1,500 of USDC could have got me 0.53724928 ETH. So it's the same, but I would have gotten more million token. So right now, my money's on my exchange, and I got to take into effect. Well, I would get about about 9 more million token on Uniswap for this little amount of money, and it's 9 times 8, that's $72, and the fees we noticed are about $27 or $28. So minus that, so I could have an extra $44 if I just would buy on Uniswap for $1,500. It'd probably be more advantage if I just waited and bought like $3,000 or $5,000 worth of million token on Uniswap. But these are the things you got to think about. You got to think about fees, how much you're buying, the dollar worth. Is it better to buy in USDC or is it better to buy in ETH? The places to buy are still Uniswap on the Ethereum blockchain and Polygon for smaller orders. If you got big orders, look into Ethereum. Also, if you just want to buy and hold, you're not looking to sell for a while, then having your million token on the original blockchain of the Ethereum is better. You don't have to worry about bridge hacks like the wormhole. Minor concern, but it is something that everybody should be concerned about. So I had a message on Twitter earlier today. It says, hey Tim, hope your Friday is going well. What are your thoughts on where we are right now and a lot of FUD and weird people acting immature lately? Do you think TL will intervene? My thoughts on the FUD and weird people acting immature. Well, I kind of touched that earlier today. I just, me personally, I block them, whether it's a block on Metaphora or Discord. I haven't blocked anybody on Telegram. I don't think I really needed to. Has been managed pretty well. And I've asked the community just to, use common sense. If people need to be banned, then ban them. I don't care if they're OG and have thousands of tokens. We don't need them in the community anymore. If you're going to act that way, no. So do a 180 or get out. As far as tech lead, will he intervene, or will only tech lead can answer that? He or somebody has updated the website, which is a good sign. I know he hasn't talked about the million token in his last 2 videos. That's his choice. But he's got to also gain some credibility with the crypto community. He can't always talk about it every stream. It'll sound like he's chilling it, So you got to walk that fine line. Let's see what else is going on in the news. I keep seeing constant good things about the regulations for other countries and the United States and the states in the United States. Wanting to adopt and Bitcoin, primarily Bitcoin. Like here we have Illinois bill proposes 160 million tax breaks to attract Bitcoin miners to the state. So that's good. And let's see what else there is. Oh yeah, Jesse Powell, he's the CEO of Kraken. He was basically telling everybody, hey, make sure you take your crypto off exchanges because, like in Canada, if they start freezing funds, if Jesse, the CEO of Kraken, says, hey, we want so-and-so's funds frozen on the exchange, he'll have to comply. But if you already have your crypto moved off of the exchange in your own wallets, well, then he can't do anything about that. You'll just have to, trade your crypto peer-to-peer. And hopefully, if worse comes to worse, you'll have to find merchants that will, accept your crypto. Like if you have to survive, if you need groceries, you'll have to find some way to buy groceries with crypto. So, and I talked about it earlier today or yesterday about how the gap was filled, but we're still going down. And Canada's already freezing some accounts, and it looks like she's smiling about it. crazy. FBI has confirmed that they are going to form a national cryptocurrency unit. Heard about that yesterday, which maybe can cause some fear in the markets, because soon after that, I think we had this waterfall effect with breaking the 4-hour exponential ribbon here. This was like, yesterday I posted this. And yeah, there's apparently that whole thing with Ukraine is like blown out of proportion. Putin, I think, is withdrawing, but yet the United States and NATO are saying that's not true, and they're ramping up. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it feels like it's really not news, but the United States is trying to make it into news. And I hear good things about Bitcoin in Russia too. Now they want to legalize it and stuff. Ukraine just legalized Bitcoin yesterday. We got a screenshot here of the rewards ending on Polygon, and it looks like there might be a bank run in Canada. A lot of the banks, I guess the online transactions crashed, according to this graph here, all about the same time at midnight a couple of days ago. We'll see if there will be a bank run. If it's going to happen anywhere, it'll probably be happening in Canada. I saw somebody tweeted that he couldn't get his money for like another 3 days because the bank would have to order the money, which, is understandable because, there's fractional reservings. Banks don't have cash, but they, it happened also here in the United States. I got cash out when the COVID crisis hit. I cashed out my savings, and I was able to get the money. But I remember every time I was driving by the bank or at the bank, the armored trucks would come by with bags of cash going to the bank because, people were like me, were pulling out cash. And I think the reason why I got my cash was because I didn't care if it was like $20 bills or whatever, but they were already out of certain bills. I'm assuming hundreds. But I still have never opened up my savings account since COVID, by the way. It's in crypto, just sitting and hodling. There was some stat that more people are holding crypto than have savings accounts. I think it was a little misleading, that quote. I think it was households. But anyway, it's good to know that, you can't really make any money in savings accounts, which is another reason why I pulled my money out. Plus, the money that is in your bank account isn't your money anyway, and it's not even money. It's an IOU from the bank, which the Canadians are finding out the hard way now. And I think we're back into the tweets I probably showed yesterday. So hopefully you learned something about Uniswap and Polygon and what's going on there with liquidity and how to get the most million token for your money. I see Bebo in chat. Flee for your lives, he says. And then Bebo says, I think BTC is going to the 200-day MAA on the weekly. Yeah, let's see where that is. The weekly chart. Pull that up. Give me a moment for my charts to. Okay, so generally in the past, the 200 weekly has caught the bottoms pretty well. And right now, that 200 weekly moving average is at around 19,870, but we're not going to make a straight line down. It'll zigzag down or whatever. Hopefully, by the time we get there, maybe at the end of the year, we're back at where would we be? Maybe we'd be at like 30,000 again. This could be a double bottom here if we hit these low levels here back in mid-July, and we'll just see. But when we go in this green band, we're in it for a while. I mean, it still kind of goes up, but we test these lower levels of the band. We generally don't bounce off of it, but if it just depends. If the world macro views Bitcoin as a safe haven and more institutional adoption, we don't have to go back in these low bands. Now, that's why it's so important to dollar cost average and just look at the big picture. Like, is crypto here to stay? Well, yes, obviously. As long as the IRS gets their tax cut, I'm sure they're be more than happy to regulate it. And that's why you buy and hold. You try never to sell. And hopefully there'll be ways to borrow against it to get, fiat money. And then, you just keep borrowing against your Bitcoin to pay off your previous loans. And that probably will change too. I mean, it's become widely known, I'd say, over the last year. That's what the rich people do. They might close that loophole saying, well, you can't borrow against your assets. I don't know. It's crazy. There's always going to be loopholes. And really, I think the end game is, Bitcoin should be considered a currency and not taxed like in El Salvador. Speaking about El Salvador, like I heard that the United States is trying to look at the impact of El Salvador, this little tiny country of 75 billion or something like that, 600 million. I don't know. Not a big country. And the United States is worried about it because, it's threatening the world currency. So I think they should just get on board and adopt Bitcoin, before the other countries are doing it, because these small countries are going to be the powerhouses in the future if, the larger countries like Russia, China, and Bitcoin and United States, if they don't adopt Bitcoin rapidly, and we've got the cash for it, we could, buy a lot more than these other countries because we are the world currency. So, I think they just don't want to, they've got that power of this, using sanctions against countries, but that'll be out the window if people can just use Bitcoin. And the whole idea of using sanctions is ridiculous. I mean, you shouldn't be using money like that. Just like Canada, like they're freezing people's bank accounts without even, due process. Where's the judgment? You're just freezing people's accounts, and they're not going to be able to, pay their bills or eat. They're going to have to rely on other people. And who knows how long it's going to take for them to have their accounts unfrozen. It could take weeks or months. Says QWERTY says, hi, Tim. Not many of us left. Do you think we can go back to $1? A whole dollar? Probably not. I mean, if you could buy it up at $1, there's no risk because the floor is at $1. Technically put $1 million for 1 million tokens. So if we go down to $1, it's a risk-free asset. It can only go up. So, I don't think it'll go down to $1. It could go down to $1 on other blockchains beside Ethereum, because Ethereum blockchain is the only blockchain that has, the $1 million at $1. So, I mean, if you can get it below $1 or, these other blockchains that don't have that wall, scoop up as much as you can, but I don't think it'll go down to $1. I don't, let's take a look at the million token. Let's see if we can put this up on the weekly, daily chart, I guess. Oh, this is quick swap. I'll have to pull up Uniswap. I have to get the bigger picture. Uniswap was the only blockchain available at first. I think when Million Token first came out, I think fees were like 10 cents. And now they're like $27. Yeah, great job, EIP 159 or whatever it was. Okay, so we're up here. Well, this is the daily chart. I mean, there's not a lot you could go. We had a breakout here at $5. I guess I can go down to the 4-hour chart. Let me see if it goes all the way back there. Yeah, we were up and down here quite a while for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 24 hours. We were at $5. So if we dropped where we are now from $7.70 to $5, that would be a 35% drop. And if Bitcoin drops to fill those gaps, I'm sure we'll be at $5 again. And then who knows? Maybe we'll go down to $3.50, $3. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this is a waiting game. You got to be patient. If you believe in the project, if you believe Tech Lead hasn't given up on Million Token and is still working to create use cases for it, then you should still be dollar cost averaging. You know, this is not financial advice, obviously. Put up my disclaimer real quick. This is only to be used as entertainment purposes. Do your own research, right? Cordy says, let's see now. We got some more comments here. I'm going to buy this under $1 if it comes to that. Well, yeah, exactly. Then you would just bridge it over and then, you know, get more money on Ethereum blockchain, but it's pegged to $1 there. How many thousands token holders are there? I don't know. But they're probably staking in the pool. You could probably check out the addresses in the pool. Go to like the, let's see now. Do I still have it up? You go to the MM page on Ethereum blockchain, which is, you know, linked on milliontoken.org. Go to holders. Top one would be the biggest whale wallet. Looks like, you know, I think this might go up to 300,000 again if people keep removing their liquidity from Polygon, which may not be such a bad idea. If you go to the last page, and you can see how people were putting in. This guy had 1,600. This guy had 2,500, 2,580. Yeah, you can go through here. I mean, the whales probably start, you know, piling in the first couple of days. 1,000 there, 1,000 there. So you can go through this and count how many wallets have more than 1,000. And there's people like me that we still have even staked. Let's see, we got holders. Let's see now. So we have people, a lot of addresses here. Everything on the first page, basically, haven't staked. I don't know, some of them are bridges. Go to page 2 of the holders. Most of these also hold 1,000. I mean, all these people could be staking. But for, you know, for whatever reasons, like for myself, it's like not your keys, not your coins, but you know, I think it's pretty safe. I've seen a lot of transactions, no problems to report with the million pool contract, and it could last a year or two, you know, depending upon how many people stake and how long Tech League wants to continue the, you know, 19 or 20% APY. Cordy says, I'm not leaving. I'll continue to buy. I don't look at the socials anymore. Yeah, I look at the socials for more or less information. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of FUD in the socials, and I'm just, you know, you have to ignore it, or if it's the same people FUDing, just block them if the admins haven't blocked them or banned them yet. And those people need to get flushed out. Too much drama. Yeah, I 100% agree there. So a shout out to the other YouTubers, Repobus 2, you got NFT Daily, Crypto Backstage, and continuing to do good work. And yeah, so I'm just sitting on about $1,500 cash right now, waiting to see what's going on. I think I could probably get Million Token under $7. See, in the past, when I would buy Million Token, like when I bought it at, I don't know, it was $8 and change, but by the time I finished buying it, I pushed the price up so much to like $9 or something. So maybe I'll just have smaller limit orders on Polygon or something. But, you know, I want to get all my orders below, you know, $8 for sure without pushing the price above $8. Which maybe I could do that on Uniswap now, right? Let's see now. Yeah, I could do that on Uniswap. $1,500 is not going to push the price up. But my concern right now is Bitcoin is just taking a nosedive. And let's see now. What did I say I would buy at? We already went down to 39,474 on Bitcoin earlier. Let's see. Trying to get this in sight here. Okay, so it looks like Bitcoin's going down pretty hard. If Bitcoin comes down to these low levels at in this green box I drew up earlier, 39,000. Yeah, I'll wait until about 38,600 or 700. And by then, I'm sure Million Token won't be at $8 anymore. And, the weekend's here upon us, tomorrow and Sunday. And, who knows what happens, right? Things tend to happen a lot on the weekends. If it dumps to these lower levels, I might just ape in with my $1,500 and buy a Million Token, because I hate the paperwork of having to do limit orders and log in 10 transactions or whatever. It's not worth my time. So Cordy says, thanks for the updates. You're welcome. BTC will be all right, 30 to 60 range for the rest of the year. Alts, on the other hand, are getting, a beating. Yeah, I think so. I have the alts here. That's on the monthly. Let's pull it up the daily. The alts looks like they've turned around in the last 3 days compared to Bitcoin. But it's we're got rejected at this moving average here. We could still come up and get rejected here at the upper red band. So we got rejected here. We can at least go up there again and retest it. Let's take a look at what it looks like in the weekly. In the weekly, it looks like it's still going down. So it's all a matter of perspective. I think if Bitcoin's going to go down, all coins are going to go down with it, and generally they get, like you said, beaten more than the flight to safety of Bitcoin. So it's better to be in Bitcoin when the market's going down. But when it turns around, altcoins can just violently shoot up, and if you're not already in altcoins, it's almost too late to get in. Well, I think that's it, guys. Hopefully you learned something about the liquidity on Polygon Network today. Watch those fees on Uniswap if you're buying small orders. Learn how to buy a Million Token on the Polygon Network. You'll save yourself a lot of fees. It's not that hard getting on the Polygon Network. You could bridge. You don't have to bridge. You just use crypto.com to get your funds like Matic and USDC can go right to your Polygon wallet. If it's your first time buying on the Polygon Network, just make sure you buy Matic first, because you're going to need Matic to pay for the gas fees, which are just pennies. So you don't need a lot of Matic, but you do need some Matic, and then it's going to take you 24 hours to get your wallet verified through crypto.com. Before, if you're new to crypto.com. I think that's about it. And everybody have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.